Rudolph. Bumbles bounce!
Of course you would. Welcome back to Team Wunderbumblers.
Yay!
I'm Dan Lauer.
A.K.A. Dragon Slayer. And I am Luke Stager, a.k.a. The Stag. And this is Lisa Hezmalhalch, a.k.a. The Hawk. The Halch.
Mispronouncing it that definitely makes the Hawk sound random.
Yeah, it does.
Lisa Hezmalhalch, the Hawk. The Hawk,
Yes.
Hezmalhalch. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
It sounds
of,
better if you mispronounce it.
Speaking of epic names, like they sound like baseball like our sport names, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and now announcing Dan the Dragon Slayer Lower! And then you like run out into the court. So here's the question.
I feel like we should have done that for Stick Fight. We should have like announced our...
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That would have been epic. Guess we gotta go back and record it all over again.
Yeah.
But the question is...
Who will win this time?
So let's say you're a baseball player. You know when you're a baseball player and you're walking up to the plate, they play like a 3 to 5 second clip of music. What would be your walk-up music?
Oh my.
And you can't do Eye of the Tiger, that's too easy.
Can't do Eye of the Tiger. What if you, like, specifically like ban Eye of the Tiger forever?
That's what I'm doing. Well, that's a song they'll play at the beginning of the game, you know.
I'm really excited, actually. We were going to talk about our moratorium on You're Tearing Me Apart Lisa jokes, but we didn't actually have to talk about that.
You just brought it up.
I did.
Is that like losing the game?
No, it's like, it's like that movie The Room.
Yes. Well, anyway, so what would be your walk-up music?
Sorry. We are bumbling through this conversation.
Yes. Ow.
I don't know how to do this.
I think mine would be Crescendos by Daft Punk. That's a good one.
Okay, I give up. I'm just gonna let it run out. I don't really know what I'm doing here.
Jam, 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 jam.
There's this song called One Girl Army by Five Iron Frenzy.
Is that
pretty cool?
Okay, what is that song about? It's just the One Girl Army?
Just being a really kick-ass girl.
Oh, okay.
Can I
For
say
what?
that on here?
Yeah, I think so. And when you're talking about a song by Five Iron Frenzy, I think it kind of evens out and if nothing else. Dude, Five Iron Frenzy, like, has some amazing, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, Every New Day is still one of my favorite songs.
Oh, my gosh.
I think Evan introduced me to Five Iron Frenzy back in the day.
The best thing to do is see that song played in concert. They usually play it at the end of all their concerts, and it's epic, and everybody sings along.
That's awesome.
And I cry.
That was not worth
every time.
Potato battery. Hey, it's GLaDOS!
Yeah, how do you make up a battery out of potatoes?
I don't know.
Silence.
It's a starch.
Okay.
Yep.
I was a theology major, not a science major. I don't know.
It's okay, technically we weren't science majors either. Although Luke was closer. Engineering.
Engineering!
Yeah, don't ask us, we're not scientists.
See, part of the problem of writing my thesis is that engineering taught me how to write concisely and get the point across immediately. Yeah, and philosophy theses are all about, like, taking as much time to say very little.
I get that.
Hey, I got
No,
a thing
I was
to
a
do
journalism
this.
major, and same sort of thing. You only have a certain amount of words, so you gotta keep it concise.
Yep.
So writing theology papers, I was like, I'm done.
Let's see what this very safe laboratory offers me.
Hello,
King
contractor.
Seeker, boss
Music just
kills,
got weird.
heal to full, no other heal. Nope. Not doing that.
Why does the key of the song keep changing?
Yeah, it really weirds me out.
It changes in that laboratory because like it's supposed to be like a little bit weird and like unnerving.
Okay.
It is
It's not.
unnerving.
It's and they call it the very safe laboratory, but like as a joke because it's definitely not that.
Ugh. Yeah, don't go in there again. That means
It's not safe?
me sick
I-
to my stomach.
Really?
Kind of.
Wow.
It makes me feel like, yeah, like I'm riding in a car and it's the
Yeah.
Doppler effect.
Yeah.
But I'm not in fact riding in a car.
Okay.
Just chill.
Doppler? I only know.
What does that even mean?
If you have ever watched this Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie called Overdrawn at the Memory Bank, there's a movie in the movie they
Don't
doppel
want that.
people, which means they go on their mind inhabits the body of an animal as a vacation. And it
As a vacation?
Yeah.
What if the animal dies?
The animal, it's like in a zoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a horrible vacation.
Yeah, and in the movie, it's hilarious because in the movie,
sorry.
the main character
thing.
has to go on a compulsory doppel because he's like being out of line in his work, and so like they're making him go on this compulsory Doppling vacation, and he has to like go in the body of this like monkey, and he's like jumping around and stuff, and the Mystery Science Theater 2000 people are like surely this will cure him. Like embodying the body of a monkey. Well,
if you could be doppled into any animal for a vacation, for a nice little vacation as an animal, what would you be doppled into? Am I using that word correctly?
Yeah. You would be doppled. Yes. Okay. I think I would be doppled into a penguin actually, because an emperor penguin. Because then I get to wear
this kind of penguin.
Because then I would be like, I get to wear a tuxedo all the time. I'd always be dressed up. Okay. And the boy emperor penguins are like family man. They're like a family man. They take care of the kids and stuff like that.
That sounds like a thing that you would do, yeah.
Yeah. I guess it would be very adventurous, but.
Yeah.
Is this a temporary doppel or is this a permanent doppel?
It's a vacation doppel.
Oh, vacation doppel. I guess if it was a vacation, I might want to get out of the house.
Yeah, not just waddle around.
I mean, it seems like being some kind of bird would be pretty epic.
I was thinking like a squirrel. So you could like run around and jump on trees.
Speaking of squirrels, this is a total tangent now.
Squirrel.
Although, actually, it's not totally, because in The Sword and the Stone, I mean, you could say that Merlin doppels the young Arthur.
It's like Animorphs, kind of.
Maybe that's where I got it from.
Yeah. So Ed and I, when we were on our pilgrimage, we did one of our conversations was about like our top 3 Disney princesses.
Oh, okay.
And I had an honorable mention, which was the girl squirrel.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, the girl squirrel from The Sword and the Stone, because I always felt bad for her when Arthur. I was like, don't become king, just stay a squirrel. Yeah, I always felt bad for her. She was crying.
Yeah, she was. She really liked him.
I just wanted to comfort her.
No,
I always felt bad.
That makes sense.
My other honorable mention was Bianca from The Rescuers, because I always identified with Bernard, because he's kind of like a.
Oh, Bernard.
Yeah.
I can't. That was my horrible Bianca voice.
Yeah, I don't know. Because like in Rescuers Down Under, which by the way I feel like that's an example of a sequel that's better than the original.
Oh, I like the original.
Okay.
I'll fight you on it.
She'll fight you. Okay, guys, back to stick fight.
Well, I just thought like
I think they're both good.
They are both good. Yeah. I think I've seen Down Under more often. I think that's maybe why. But I love Wilbur is more hilarious. The albatross.
Yeah. I just need to point out just all the crazy, insane crap that's trying to kill me.
That's nice, Dan.
Dan, we're talking about Disney right now. But anyway, Rescuers Down Under, because like Bernard is kind of like the loser, and then they meet like he's not a mouse, but he's like an Australian whatever he is, a wallaby really or whatever.
One,
yeah, and he's like super cool, and he's like lassoing things, and Bernard is like clearly like, you think he's gonna lose, but he doesn't lose, and I'm like, oh man, Bernard's so cool, even though he's not cool.
Okay.
So that was my honorable mention. I can't remember what my actual 3 Disney princesses were though.
What would they be?
I think Belle was the top one. I think Mulan wasn't an honorable mention, but I was like, I feel like I would be friends with Mulan. Like she would be put in the friend zone, but I would want to be friends with her.
That's the worst. You know how many girls out there like, ooh, I'm Mulan. Yeah, you just got friend zoned by so many guys.
Yep. I feel bad. Mulan is awesome, but I guess it was like top 3 Disney princess crushes.
Okay.
Right.
Well, Dan, since your Saint crush is Joan d'Arc.
Yeah, Jeanne d'Arc.
Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Then would you have a crush on Mulan?
I don't think so, actually. Okay. But I've only ever seen that movie like twice.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, but Ed and I definitely agreed, but that Ariel was definitely like the bottom of the list.
Good. Why? I'm curious.
Despite, I do like redheads, but that was like the only point she had in her favor. She's like, she's pretty. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Oh my goodness!
Got her
guys, I just died
or whatever.
Yeah.
You died.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that the end?
That's the end of the game.
Oh no!
I had to start all the way over.
Well, we're gonna continue talking about Disney princesses.
I'm sure you are.
And she's like very disobedient, like her father. She does dumb things. She
runs away from home.
She runs away from home. She makes a deal with like someone who's clearly a bad guy.
Pretty much the devil.
To seduce a guy that she doesn't really know anything about. She's willing to give up her voice. So I think Ed's top one was Meg from Hercules.
Oh,
Okay.
But I've never
she's
seen
pretty
Hercules.
flirty.
Yeah,
Huh.
and like feisty too, like
Yeah,
sassy.
feisty and
so,
flirty, yeah.
I had, and Belle I think was the second one. I forget what his third one was. I think who did I felt like the Disney princess I was more familiar with was I know what Ed's third one was. It was Jasmine, because he was like on the fence, and he was on the fence, and I was like, oh, and then I quoted the part where she's like, okay, sister, time to go see the doctor. She's like, hello, doctor, how are you? And Ed was like, oh yeah, that part's awesome.
Doctor,
Like,
how are you?
the way she plays along just like that.
So before I go die again, I just want to point out, here's a kitty that gave me the stuff in the middle level, and I can pet the kitty.
That's so cute.
And you can hear it purring.
Yeah.
Aw.
Should I turn on, like, things to make the game harder?
Well, do you want to
Defiant.
die more?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you want to die more?
Well, we'll see. I can't remember what... no, I'm not going to do that this round.
I can't remember if Cinderella was actually on my list, but I talked about how Cinderella is truly one of like the most selfless people.
Yeah.
Like she has like an evil stepmother and evil twin stepsisters, and she's nothing but like nice and kind and to them, despite them not
Now
really
that could
deserving
be
it.
survival instinct. It could be she's nice and kind to them because the alternate is worse.
Perhaps, but I mean, like, there's no.
You
But I
like
don't
to
feel
think
like there's
she's
no
kind
evidence
out of
to
the kindness of her
That's
heart.
true, right. It doesn't
Yeah,
seem like
I mean,
she's
she's
just
kind to the little
kind.
animals, even. You
Yeah,
know.
that's true. They are her like
Only
you know,
friends?
Only friends.
Oh, crap. Okay, good.
Now, what about Snow White?
Well, Snow White was kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But I felt like she's too trustful of strangers.
Yeah.
And you want someone who's less.
But we
trustful of
talked
strangers.
about how like we couldn't pick Snow White or Cinderella because like then the feminists would come after us, you know.
Oh,
because, you know.
weird.
Oh, right.
I mean, because they're too like they
They're
fit
too
too much
girly?
into that like
Yeah.
early stereotype of like they should be
Oh,
cooking
yeah.
in the kitchen or whatever. Like Snow White comes to the dwarf's house and like
she makes
basically like does all the housekeeping,
Yeah,
you know.
Although I feel like I would do this. I've known a lot of bachelors, and I've gone over to their house and been like, what is going on?
I do that to people.
You just kind of do this.
I go and clean up. I'm like, you know that episode of The Office where like they have the cafe disco and then like Angela is like cleaning things up and then Michael's like, no cleaning, Angela. She's like, aren't I allowed to have any fun? I'm like Angela in that sense.
Yeah.
Because I will go to parties and clean things up sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm being anti-environmentalist again.
Dan?
Now, no, I'm still on the side that this flower, because it also looks like an owl, maybe, or something. Like
yeah,
that,
owl flower.
That you were destroying this like bastardization of creation.
I see. Its T-loss has been lost.
Yeah.
Has been T-lost.
Could you explain T-loss?
We explained it in
Oh,
Infinitroid.
Infinitroid.
But we should explain the T-loss is like
For first-time listeners.
Yeah,
For the benefit of the developer, who is probably not a religious guy, we had explicitly religious discussions for like most of that play.
yeah. I lost my train of thought. T-loss.
T-loss.
So, like something's nature tends towards an end. So, like the end of a spoon is to like scoop things.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's in its nature.
Oatmeal in
That's what's in
particular.
its nature. You can use a spoon to stab flamoidians, as we found out.
Yeah.
Scoop out somebody's eyeball.
Yeah. But that's not the end for which the spoon was made. It's like the purpose or
Says
end.
you.
Well, right. Yeah.
And probably the creator of it.
Yeah. So it's
Probably the creator. Maybe he was a especially murderous spoon
Oh my
meister.
gosh.
the kitty. Like the end of a cat is to be cute and to like.
Yeah.
And to deliver presents.
And to maybe scratch your face.
Yes.
The end of that cat is certainly to deliver presents.
Yes.
Yes. And the end of many dogs also delivers many presents.
See what you did there.
You made a poop joke.
Yeah. The end of
Thank you
poop
for
is to
spelling
be
that out.
the butt of jokes.
That was the courtesy laugh.
Yes.
Dan, you got a real one.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So anyway, so that's what the T-loss is. Like, so the teleological
Let's see if this is what I can
argument.
actually do. Why does it keep even disabled chat? I'm terrible at that one.
Dan, we're ignoring your game and talking about T-loss right
Yes.
now.
So the teleological argument for the existence of God, for instance, is the idea that like everything in the universe has an end. It was like designed with a purpose in mind. It has a T-loss, and so if everything has an end, then there must be like a creator that gave it that end, that designed it with a purpose in mind.
See.
So it's not the argument from it's not exactly the argument from design.
But it's kind of more so than the survival of the fittest.
Right.
Because it's survival with purpose.
Right. But that the purpose was given by
Somebody other than the person itself.
Yes. Yeah, from something outside of it.
Yeah. cool.
Yeah, so I like to think of it as like the engineering argument, you know, that like, like, you know, an engineer designed something with a particular purpose in mind.
Yeah.
And so God designed things with a particular purpose in mind. And so the purpose of human beings is to know, love, and serve God in this life and be happy with Him in the next. Baltimore Catechism number 2.
I was gonna say, that sounds like the Baltimore Catechism.
It is.
I only know that because
Baltimore.
Archbishop Sample quoted it once.
Yeah. I think it's the most quoted Baltimore Catechism. And it's usually quoted as the, like...
The most quoted Baltimore Catechism?
Like, the most quoted paragraph of the Baltimore Catechism.
Yeah, there's other Baltimore Catechisms that are not more quoted, that are not as well quoted.
Right, but it's because that, like, it's when people are making fun of the Baltimore Catechism of, like, oh, like, you can memorize the Baltimore Catechism. Oh, God made me to know, love, and serve Him in this life and be happy with Him in the next. You know, but, like, what does that actually teach us about faith? We should know how to, like, understand our, you know.
Yeah.
It's for people who criticize memorization because they're bad at memorizing things.
I don't...
Are you flying?
No, I just... Twin Astrals. Forged in Flames.
So these are the ones that you kill slightly and then kill them both at the end?
Yeah, but I don't think I need to do that at this point because they're not strong. They're not like... So the bosses spawn with different power levels depending upon when in the game you beat them.
Oh!
So, like, the further along I fight these guys, the more ridiculous they are.
Got it.
That's one thing I don't like about, like Skyrim and Oblivion. I didn't like the leveled bosses, like, depending on how far you in the game you were.
Oh, I hated Oblivion for that. Like, why would you do that? That's the whole point of of a Western RPG or Eastern RPG is just being able to, like, crush things that are lower level than you.
Right, yeah, because, like, in Morrowind, you would go to a cave and then get your butt kicked, but then, like...
You could go back later.
Yeah, you would be like, okay, like, I need to come back to this cave.
That's Kerr. We've done him.
Oh.
I'm gonna do this one next, I think.
It's like a bat.
It is kind of.
The end of bats is to be scary.
Oh, wait.
The Telos.
We need to pick this up next time on Team Wunderbumblers.
Oh, no. We've come to the Telos of this episode.
Ah! There we go.